Sucky. Listen, man, we in the building, man. Everything Tournament 11 WWE Wrestling Edition.
We done messed up now.
Listen,
we done messed up.
This one's all encompassing. It's like 48. There's like all kinds of seconds and subjects, crazy things. Jack put a little spice on it. Flobo put a little spice on it. Heaven put a little spice on it. A whole lot of spice. You put it inside a pot. He got everything Tournament 11, man. Evan T. Mac here in the building. Flobo Boys, Real Jack Former, VP No Mac. What's going on, my people? First and foremost, Flobo, how you doing, man? How you living? Let me check in with you, brother. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm excited, man. The homeboys, the Mets are in town. I'm going to watch a game tomorrow at Petco Park. Looking forward to that, man. What's that?
That's a nice ballpark.
Oh, it's nice, man. It's actually it's the same plans as Citi Field where I'm from. So it's kind of like the same New York Mets in the West. Yeah, same people and everything. And had a Tuesday wedding, so I was obsessing about that first part of the week, but now I'm chilling.
Gaslamp District is beautiful, nice little area, nice, great, very underrated bar scene. I call it clean Bourbon Street. That's what I call the Gaslamp District. It's a tidy Bourbon Street. You know what I mean? Real Jeff,
clean Bourbon Street,
clean Bourbon Street, baby.
You know how it is. Just trying to get everything done in the short amount of time the day gives us. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm excited to chat with you guys about something that I think is going to get very heated and unfriendly very quickly. The WWE. This is what brought us all together, and damn it, I think it's going to be what tears us all apart today.
Yo, shout out to Dylan Matthews in the building. With that being said, we're going to invoke the new thing this week. I think it's at the mind of Flobo and Jack Farmer. They call it the fan super vote. Therefore, Dylan Matthews, since he's the first one to check in, his vote will count as 2 votes as opposed to 1 vote. So Dylan has a little bit more power. As far as the veto, you guys know the veto. The veto could push anything through besides the last and final round. Jack Farmer has reclaimed his veto.
Yes.
And Flowveto.com still has his veto. So we got Dylan Matthews with the super vote, 2 votes as opposed to 1. Flobo Boys with the veto. Jack Farmer with the veto. Things could get very interesting, very hot and heavy. Plan your vetoes accordingly. Dylan, don't get crazy today, man. Your vote counts as 2. Wheel 5 stud muffin in the building. You
stud
know what I mean? I'm glad you graced us with your presence, man. You got a PlayStation 5 now. I'm glad we worthy of your time.
What I'm watching this on. I'm on PS5000.
I do want to say, mentioning the super vote, Dylan, you look amazing today, by the way.
Come on.
Just want to let you know that I think that what you've done with your hair is wonderful. You look like you've lost weight. Have you been hitting the gym, Dylan?
See, that's the chat.
Hey, those chants aren't up for debate in this show.
So guys, this is the WWE edition, the wrestling edition. WCW, of course, ECW, of course, is incorporated as well. We're gonna try to crown the greatest thing in WWE. We're gonna find out. We try to make it a little different, a little eclectic. We still got some familiar faces in there. We went a little old school, got a little attitude area in there for you. We got a few things sprinkled and strewn about. We're gonna see if we can knock out the first 10 this evening. I want y'all to get y'all's input. I mixed it up. I bounced it around a little bit. This was not as easy as you guys think. Thanks. Thank you, Dylan Matthews, for making it, man. I forgot you were in the future. Before we get done with the tournament, you will know who wins the tournament.
Did the Mets win last night?
Yeah.
Did the Mets win?
I don't know.
Dylan just rolled out of bed looking that good, man. What?
Oh my Lord!
I veto Jack right now. Can I veto him?
The fan vote, the first super fan vote, I would watch on my PlayStation, but I can't put my comment through the app on the
Jack
PlayStation.
now.
I'm doing it on my phone. Excuse me, Will, if I flex it.
I'm a flex too. Look at this. I'm an award-winning host right there. That's the award right there.
Give me the big screen. Give me the big screen.
That's what I'm talking about right there. NYX award on camera. Talent. I'm feeling myself. Birthday month flow. What up?
Hey, listen, remember we used to mess with TK about that birthday month, man?
Oh yeah, it was birth fest and birth season.
And you're like, wait a minute, hold on. This kind of got some appeal to this thing.
Yeah, I get 6 free meals. Put me on.
Flobo After Hours or whatever it was. I was like, look at him talking about birthday month.
Listen, I stole that from TK. You know, because TK hers is like a season though.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Hers is a season.
Yeah, hers is like several months. You see what I mean? She spreads that out through months. Like it's like 3 months.
It's a season that adds new games on every year. I swear to God, they expand that season.
Like for real, like that Grand Theft Auto life, bro.
Right. Drops.
Oh my goodness. I already I know you do, Dylan, but just keep it to yourself, man. Damn.
What?
Yo, shout out to David. What's going on, brother? Glad you're back, man. I'm glad you were able to corral your 15 children to join us for the everything tournament. Shout out to Crazy Game.
50 children.
Is that someone that lives in the shoe with 15 kids?
We gotta quit making fun of him for this because he might be able to sway the entire tournament if he gets all of his kids to start voting.
I told you I tread very softly when I talk about anybody Samoan, man. I'm out there. Listen, I fear that whole entire.
You got cousins, man.
I know they are all connected by some form of blood. I'm saying right now.
I saw Hobbs and Shaw.
Yo, Hobbs and Shaw confirmed all my wildest nightmares. Like, I don't want problems. Why did you, yo, Brax, was it Brax? Why'd you go to that island?
I got 30 cousins in all mechanics. Imagine that. Like, really? Not one doc.
He was like, boop, 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 boop. You're like, tweak, tweak, tweak.
Word.
Yo, Jem, where the hell you at, Jem?
Where's Jem?
I knew you did, David. Just so you know, I don't have the rock on speed dial. He has me on speed dial. Oh, excuse me, David.
Yo, can you do a spot in everything tournament? I'll pump the ratings up, baby. Help me out.
For those that are just funneling in, Real Jack Farmer has reclaimed his veto. He's very strategic. He's very masterful with his veto. That's why we had to take it away for his ass like the last 2 tournaments because we don't know when it's coming. Flobo has his veto. Dylan Matthews has a super vote. Therefore, his 1 vote counts as 2 votes. Big Face, do you have the lineup?
Kind of. Sorry, I'm just like,
you good.
I'm still putting everything up since the beginning of a tournament, letting people get in.
Let them weasel it away.
Yeah, Haywood Wong, thanks for noticing the shirt.
Hey, Charlene, what's going on, boo fine?
Yeah, we're still missing some of the regulars. I just wanted to give them because this is the only time. Oh, Crazy Game there yet? Okay.
Yeah,
Crazy Game, looking to win it all.
I don't know how much.
This is an important part.
I don't know how much he's into WWE, so I don't know how your voting will go. He might be skewed by all of y'all's opinions. So that might be that's a voter you want, you know. He's a swing vote. Is that what it is? Swing vote.
Yeah, swing vote.
That is a swing vote. Going on. No, it's okay. It's her business. Like, keep it very hush hush. Keep between. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta be up in Jem's business. You know. What I'm saying? Did I ask you how you doing, Jack? What's going on? You all right, man? You anything? Shout out to you about to get the call to Santino Brothers. I be doing my research. I was reading, man. You know what I mean? On the come up.
Yeah, I've been doing good. I was actually trying to share the show on social media. That's why I've been looking down this whole time. But yeah, I've been working with the Santino brothers out here in SoCal, getting some ring commentary work in, some ring announcer work in. We do shows where I get to do a little bit of everything. So it's been fun trying to get those reps in, just trying to become more valuable to the wrestling community, as it were.
Yeah,
I just got word that Monj will be gracing us with his presence. That's how.
Monj is back.
Exactly how he worded.
He was on Draped. Yeah, he was on Draped today. He watches both shows. Shout out to Monj, yo.
Monj is that dude, man. Monj is that dude.
He don't come in and be like, "Oh, wait, is it everything tournament? See you later." No, he watches both.
No, he's that dude. No, that's what I like about him. Like, I do have a question though. I think I could be wrong. I gotta wait till he pops in. I think I might finally know what he looks like. I think he's been sending me reaction gifts that because we talk about wrestling on the side, like Raw and stuff. He sends gifts of this guy, and they're like my favorite gifts, and it dawned on me it actually might be him in the gifts. But I need him to confirm because I have not asked him this yet. I wanted to wait till he came on the show. They're like, really, they make me laugh. And I go, if this is you, Monj, first of all, they're hilarious. It's like my favorite gifts. I go, who is this dude? But he makes me
You gonna fight him still? Or?
I think I got him. He looks like an ethnicity I would not normally trifle with. So yeah, if I just got to confirm though, because he looks like an ethnicity I wouldn't usually trifle with unless I was really feeling myself.
Well, you've talked it up, so whether you're feeling yourself or not, you've got to go through with this.
Yo, it's one of those fights where it's one of those fights where you have to show up to that fight
live on pay-per-view.
At the end of school, you have to finish. You have to, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to take your beating. That's just.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, you good, baby?
I am, but there's no Vesper.
Vesper.
Eva.
We need Vesper.
Yes. It's Vesper.
Yo, shout out to Teresa Mack, by the way. I don't think I say this enough. The fact she likes my content. I want to give her
shout out to Mama.
Hey,
Mama knows my people, man. She supports, man.
Mm-hmm. She supports.
Man.
Yeah, she does. Mm-hmm. I know. I was like, Vesper, this is like our jam. Where are you, Bill?
Damn.
Okay.
Yo, I appreciate you. Bring that whole squad, David. Bring that whole squad. Bring that squad. No, I need that Samoan army, bruh.
Right. You're gonna need all of them to stop Monge.
Yo, listen, I seen him. I said if he's the man in the gifts, he looks young, he looks spry, he looks limber.
Limber.
Those extra reach inches, yeah.
Like limber is something
he looks very mobile in these gifts.
Only young people are limber, but young people never stay limber.
True.
I was at the gym today trying to go because I usually just trot up and down the court now because I'm so done playing ball. But I said, yo, let me try to go hard to the paint. And I was like, oh my God. I try to power to the rim and dunk. I was like, yeah. Oh my God. No. Those days are over, man. I try to go boom, boom, yeah. I was like, no.
This is why when you watch the sport, even soccer and something, he's 26 years old, still out there trying his hardest.
Yo, just a freak of nature, still doing it at 27.
You're just like, what?
How does he do this? No, I'm just saying. Oh my God, man! That's because I've been off it so long. Plus, I'm sensing my mortality athletically. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah, that fight is a joke. It is a mockery. It's a sham. It's literally the death of boxing. That fight, man. But yo, they getting their bag, yo. Floyd Mayweather, they getting their bag, yo. They getting that money, though. If that's all this is about, cool guys. But don't you know I know I'm right about how stupid that fight is because that's everyone's argument. Yo, they getting that money though. I go, but is it ruining boxing? They're like, yeah, but
it is 100%. Because once a sport acknowledges that there's more money in kind of goofy situations than there is in the actual competition, it's done. When we get to
preach, bro.
When the Super Bowl isn't as big as celebrity football, then the NFL's done.
It's dead. Exactly. They're dead. 100. Yeah. That was the most beautiful thing Jack has ever uttered, man. I'm telling you. Poetic, man. Yo, Big Face. You ready?
Yeah, I'll do it.
They'll come in. People coming. Late to the party. They'll be here.
But we're also late on our.
Oh, snap. The cornerstone of the everyday game, the eliminator of Chris Hemsworth, the modern day Maharaja has
returned. This guy hyping himself up. Who? Oh, it's him.
It's the Manjaraha.
Yeah. You just stop with the puns.
Manjara.
That's Flobo's favorite thing. I
hate puns.
So wait a minute. So let me get this clear. I don't know if you was here, Maj, is that I never knew? I'm trying to clarify this. Is that you in the gifts you be sending me? Is it you in those gifts? Because I was like, who the hell is this dude that makes me laugh? Is it you? Is that you in the gifts? Yes or no?
Ooh.
I'm serious. He sends it. It's like the only gifts he sends is like him. I'm like,
yo, what if it's actually Chris Hemsworth the entire time?
Catfish me to be the best catfish of all time. Right. I go to the Thames. I go to the Thames and it's like Chris Hemsworth. I'll be like, yo, bro, we ain't got to fight, bro.
But it's too late. You want to love him, but it's too
late. No, it's not. Damn, that's disappointing, man. I still don't know what Monge looks like. Monge has returned. So what's around them all there? Because this
all right. Yep. Okay, so we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll fix that next week. So I'm going to be reading off my phone. And it might take me a minute because I'm going through them all. But
no joke, the bracket's so big that I got to figure out how to restructure the bracket.
It was trying to give it bye weeks and
playing games.
No? Yeah. We were like,
it's like automatically giving buys to 20 of them. I go, oh no, I got to figure something out.
Yeah. So, but this is for the which the Macs are late on. I think we're late on like 3 of them, by the way.
I got you. Two.
What? Because I wrote them down. Ginormous and Dylan tied for Kermit for the one time.
Oh, I can't. I'm not giving. I can give it for a tie. That's a coin flip.
And then Bro 19 the guy, but I don't see him. But we owe him one as well. So this is for the $25 Amazon gift card.
When you eventually get it before I die.
I know. If the Macs ever get it out to you, we promise. We will. Or one of your choosing.
Card subject to change.
I like Starbucks, so if it's
card subject to change.
or Target, whatever. Okay, but you'll get it at some point in your life, in your lifetime. Okay, so everybody, pay attention. I'm about to.
Oh man, shut up, Mom.
I'm about to go over the list. If you want to wait till I'm completely done so that you can think about your decision, because I'm not giving you the categories, I'm just saying the items.
Yep.
So there's a lot for you to decide.
Oh yeah.
Which one will win it all. So here I go. Hope everyone's ready. We have Stone Cold Stunner, Sweet Chin Music, John Cena, Ric Flair, Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair, The Rock, Triple H, Iron Man match, ladder match, Intercontinental, WCW Cruiserweight title. Is that Sabu? Am I right on that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sabu.
Yeah.
RVD, Goldberg's WCW streak, Taker's Mania streak.
Mm.
Okay, Dolph Ziggler Day after Mania 29.
Cash in.
Well, don't give him the
My
category.
bad.
Just said.
Like I'm just saying the things. Don't give anybody, one or another.
Yeah. Evan, are you new to the show, Evan?
This one is just harder because there's a lot.
Go.
Edge's cash in on Cena. I guess that one's kind of hard because it's that.
Okay. Yeah.
Hart Foundation. Hardy Boys, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Goldberg, Kane, WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania 35. This is a saying. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. And then another one is, oh hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
3 words.
Guitar, Sledgehammer, Nation of Domination, Evolution, and then another quote, this is awesome. Another quote, woo. $1 million title, Winged Eagle WWE belt, The Fink, Greg Hamilton, I Walk Alone, and then Enter Sandman. Okay, Nature Boy Ric Flair, Rey Mysterio, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, AJ Styles, Eddie Guerrero, Adam Cole, Bebe, and Finn Balor.
Go,
Bebe.
Yeah, you gotta pronounce. Yeah, say it right. Yeah.
Yeah, say Bebe. That's his full legal name.
Yeah, Simon, stacked card for sure. Okay, so Crazy Game's gonna go Undertaker.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be waiting. We're gonna go ahead. Y'all put y'all's bids in because I'm not waiting till everybody types up because y'all have mad time.
What?
Yeah.
No, I said they can put their bids in as you read off the first 10 because we gotta go. You know what I mean? We gotta go.
Then it doesn't. It's not fair for the first.
No, they
10.
got to the first. They get time. I will give them said
So
time.
they can't if they pick any in the top 10 that.
Curtis Blow says these are the breaks, baby. Break it up, break it up.
Evan doesn't want to give out that card, y'all. You don't see this?
It doesn't work right.
Oh, see, look, see people putting it in though. You see, that's what you do. You put the pressure on people, and they start putting the bids in. That's what I'm talking about. Aaron Clark with the bold pick. Adam Cole to win the whole tournament.
Imagine. Wow.
Oh my God.
Charlene. See,
David,
like,
that's bold right there. That's bold.
Yo, David, are you Jack? The Goldberg streak is going to win everything.
That is crazy.
That's going to win the WWE tournament. The Goldberg streak.
That is crazy.
Wow.
I seen crazier things, man. It's all about how y'all vote, man. It's up to y'all, man. It's up to y'all.
You can imagine if a magic lamp.
Look at the money. Said no chance.
That's a dope song too. No chance.
Maybe
Monch, put in your vote, Monch.
Who you got, Monch?
I know Crazy Game's like, that's a lot of names. I'm like, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
I had to make this one big. I had to make
it important though.
That's a safe. That's a safe one right there, Will. If I stood.
That is one. Ooh.
Strong pick. These are strong. These are
strong picks.
Okay.
You know, this is one of the rare ones where I don't think there's a weak pick in the lot.
Goldberg streak is going to be tough to win, though.
I mean, that's pretty weak
because his first round matchup is the toughest.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the Goldberg streak is. It's winning.
Getting these in.
I mean, I'm not picking it to win the whole thing. I'm just saying.
Yo, listen, better stop with these puns, man. Football gonna sign off, Monch.
He's getting angry. You're like, forget this show. I'm out.
He's like,
yo, why you quit, man? There's too many players.
Takes a blank screen.
I just can't do it.
Monch, The Rock. Best heel in WWE currently.
I don't know, Jack. What do you think?
No.
I mean, I think you have to say Roman Reigns right now, though I do think he's a bit of one of those guys that we all hate, but we all really love. Like, we hate because we're supposed to, but he's got to be the top guy right now.
No question.
I want Kurt Russell to play Vince in the biography movie.
Wow.
What about you?
You know, he actually could, I think, do a pretty good job of it.
Well, you and I both know that's obvious. Yes. What do you think?
He doesn't have a pompadour shaped head for. I can't call. I told him you sent me the category yesterday. I was like, dude, the one thing I can't do is compare wrestling, man. It's the wrestling awesome science. It's for a reason.
Yeah, because to me, that's what exactly. To me, it is subjective. To me, it is your opinion. You know what I mean? It's to me, there's really no wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not really, because like I said, people's wrestlers like how you could defend exactly why D'Lo's your favorite wrestler. You can defend that, and no one can really say you're wrong. Like you can't say someone's wrong because someone's more accomplished or someone's better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So not really. You know what I mean?
It's the nature of the sport.
You are so stupid, man. you across the pond, baby. That be killing you, man. I know it does, especially if you stay up live, man. Yeah. Yo, what up, Marteezy? Want you hang around for 5 minutes this time, bro? Damn. Oh, yo, music video is fire, bro. Just heard it. You and Swerve Scott. Well done, kind sir. Nice music video. Well done, kind sir. Really nice music video, man. Check out my boy's music video, Marteezy and Swerve. That's a good question. Because that's a better question because everyone likes to be a heel and be angry and be mean. So who's the best face in WWE? Flubber, what do you think?
The best face? I gotta think about that because
Bianca?
I mean, in general,
Bianca?
I mean, she's the most athletic, but that title run it's kind of like I'm a good person because my opponents are bad. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like I think we just with pandemic entertainment, heels get you to come back. He's the most featured face. I mean, he's kind of, he's all right. I don't hate him. A lot of my casual friends who just watch wrestling every couple months think he's like the next big thing. So I give him credit for that for sure.
Yeah, that's different. Casual viewer and devout viewer, different viewpoints.
Man, best face. That's crazy.
I think who I think it is, even though he hasn't been on for a minute, is Daniel Bryan. I think that's the guy that's going to get the best loved reaction no matter what he does.
He was shocked. I bet you more people were shocked that he was way over in that main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
he was over.
As he should be.
Yeah, he was. It was well deserved. Oh my God, he was over, man.
I wasn't into that until Bryan got involved. Once
crowd was hot, bro. They were hot.
Once he tapped Roman the month before, I was like, oh, okay, now we on.
It felt like WrestleMania 30 hot, Daniel Bryan hot when he came in. I was like, they were buzzing, man. But anyways, what's the first one we're gonna do? Because this is about to get spicy.
All right. So okay.
Oh, Jack and Flowbeto.com have a veto crazy game.
Oh yeah, crazy game, yeah. And Dylan has a super vote.
His votes count as 2
for the whole tournament.
Oh yes.
Oh, for the whole tournament.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Okay. Fun times. Okay, so we are starting with the best finisher. So that would be the Stone Cold Stunner versus Sweet Chin Music.
Oh my God.
Let us have Jack start.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Lord help me. I'm not making anyone's friends already. So I think we need to look at.
I said, my God.
And that's what the whole tournament is. That's right.
I think every time I think of one of these, I remember a different moment from one of the finishers. I'm like, oh, no, maybe that's it. But I think we need to look at the category here, the best finisher. I love both of these, but it's hard to deny the fact that over the years, Sweet Chin Music, also known as a super kick, has become less and less effective over the years. But the stunner, on the other hand, whether it's clearing out a ring of no good nicks, getting wins over the likes of The Undertaker, The Rock, and Triple H, or even today, guys like Rollins and Reigns, the stunner still creates the tension, still delivers the reaction, and still puts its opponents away better than any other finisher in the game. If I have to pick, I go the Stone Cold Stunner.
Flowbeater.com, what say you?
You're not wrong, Jack. I can tell you that the super kick is being used a lot more, but I'm going to tell you one thing about that Stone Cold Stunner. People really ascribe it to Stone Cold Steve Austin. When someone like a Kevin Owens does it, or even a Mikey Whipwreck does it, doesn't quite hit the same. The super kick changed the game. And here's the reason why. Because it is a finishing move that can be done on big people, short, small, fat, all kinds of shapes and sizes. It comes out of absolutely nowhere. It's a lot harder to take awkwardly. I gotta say 2 words for you to talk about that Stone Cold Stunner. Linda McMahon. She could not take a stunner to save her life, man. Well, I can tell you, a foot to the face will hurt every time. Try to explain a stunner to someone who doesn't know wrestling is kind of weird. What happens is you put your neck in someone's bicep and then they fall on their butt, right? But then your neck hurts, so you fall backwards. I'm just saying, super kick all day, baby.
Wow, that's go ahead, Jack.
If I can have a quick rebuttal, it's a whippersnapper when Whipwreck does it, so
Fair
totally
enough.
different move.
Different tournament.
And 2, you don't tell people how the stunner works. You do the stunner, and then you never forget.
Listen, man.
Curse him out. What I actually did was
I'm a firm believer in the greatest Sweet Chin music happened to Shelton Benjamin on a Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
That's the greatest Sweet Chin music of all time, and that's not just because of Shawn Michaels, it's because of the great Shelton Benjamin. Literally the greatest Sweet Chin music in the history of wrestling is that. It was beautiful, and when Jim Ross with the call was absolutely.
Oh my God!
He's against Aka. He said it is academic before they got to the 3 count. He said it's a wrap. He said, "Oh my God!" He goes 1, 2. He goes, "It is academic 3." Like it was over.
I've never seen JR and Lawler pop that hard.
Lost their minds. And the reason, another reason why it was a good super kick is because the match was 5-star. It was one of the greatest wrestling matches on you will ever see. Watch Shelton Benjamin and Shawn Michaels Monday Night Raw. It is one of the greatest matches ever. And but with that being said, are you serious right now? The Stone Cold Stunner, like the Stone Cold Stunner is such a great finishing move that people want to line up and get the Stone Cold Stunner. You hear people being like, "Oh man, on my bucket list, man, I just want to get stunned by Stone Cold Steve."
That's not a thing to win a tournament on.
That's kind of funny to me that finishing move is so great that someone's like, man, just I'll take that bump. I'll take that bump, man. Give me that real quick.
I mean, former president of the United States.
Seriously?
Hall of Famer.
He took one. He took one. Old Donald J took one, baby.
Old Donald J.
Well, that's a bold statement, but I agree with that statement, Dylan Matthews. I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. There's something to be said about the original workhorse before Dolph Ziggler. It was Shelton Benjamin. That was that workhorse that was always wrestling every single person that threw at him each week. Every person that took on all comers. He was what they do to Dolph right now. You know what I mean? Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, that to your point, that HBK Shelton Benjamin match, possibly one of the best, kind of I guess non-important matches.
Yeah, just a great wrestling match.
It was a Gold Rush tournament.
Yeah, Gold Rush. It was the Gold Rush tournament. That it was such a good, man. That's a damn good match, man. Because you see, because Shawn Michaels is a pro, man. So he's one of the greatest of all time for a reason. Not just because how great he's in the ring. His reaction after he beat Shelton, he was like, "Whoo, he's so great." You know, he was doing such a good job to put him over after he lost. He was like, "Man, this dude." He was like, "Yeah, he had me, man. Like I had to pull out the Sweet Chin." Like that was it. It's just it's such a great story they told in the ring, man.
I got that YouTube video saved. It's called Shawn Michaels Kills Shelton Benjamin. Pull it into YouTube right now, and that's exactly what we're talking about. It's sick.
It's beautiful, man. Truly.
Yeah.
Who's winning this though, baby? Because we're talking about two of the top 5 greatest finish moves of all time. If you really get down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much a runaway for the stunner.
Oh,
All right, whatever.
I think
I do have a
Charlene
veto. No, I'm just kidding.
was the only one that voted.
Oh, that would be the most unbelievable veto.
First round,
first matchup veto.
That would be the Shelton Benjamin Sweet Chin music of the tournament.
Hello, Moto comes out of nowhere. She comes out of nowhere.
Exactly. I was like, where
He's
have you been?
Hello, Moto in the building, boo. She says, I see somebody got some love for the Sweet Chin music, man. We both do. Like I said, there's no really, really wrong answer in this.
No.
One. We got to pick one, man. It's Highlander, baby. There could be only one.
Yes. But yes,
I'm watching it now.
Even
Oh, get hype.
Even with Hello Moto's vote, it's still not enough.
Damn.
Hello, Moto. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Hello, Moto.
I mean, that
Hello,
Sweet Chin
Moto.
music is special, though.
It is,
special.
though. It is.
Even today,
Yeah.
even with seeing those super kicks all the time, when you see Shawn Michaels do it, there's just something different about
There's something different about it, and there's so many reasons why. Like I said, it is weird how the people that originate still do it typically the best. You know what I mean? Like even but like this, there's only been a couple times I've heard a cover band be like, I'm like, ooh, they pretty good though.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson's rendition of "Come Together" is better than the Beatles version. It's not even close. Like it ain't even close. He just puts a little more spice on it. I'm like, that's rare because that's their song. You know what I mean? But you have yet to see a super kick as good as Shawn Michaels. You just haven't seen it. Now it doesn't hit the same, man. It just don't.
No,
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
All right, so Stone Cold Stunner goes through.
I agree with you, Manj. I know we can't put it on the screen, or can we? But I totally agree with you.
Yeah, you know, they probably, I don't know, probably flag. I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, we'll see what I can do.
I just, man.
Thanks, Johnny. Don't get it twisted. This is not a Sasha Banks show. This is a Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair memorial show. You see what I'm saying? She's
Memorial?
here.
Who died?
You know they ain't dead. You know what I mean?
I didn't know she was down there.
It's it's like they did like the old boxing style shirt. I love it. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
But they put my girl on the bottom. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, I didn't know yet you're a Bianca Belair fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's she's like a she's like a light. You know what I mean? It's hard to describe her. She's like a light of she's like a bundle of joy. She's like a rainbow in a she's like a rainbow in a box.
Reference
you
to
know
has cameo.
She's lovable. Like
she is. She's like a Care Bear, man. You know what I mean?
Reference to has cameo. She's been on the Everything tournament, or do we forget?
Oh yeah. And she does like she's one of those people that she never has a bad word to say about him. But she literally is like who you think she is in person. She's always like She I don't know. She's one of those people that just if you're having a bad day, she's like. You okay? You're like, I am now.
I was telling Jack there's a difference between liking somebody and buying their merch. Like that's what I was saying.
Yeah, this one was kind of cool. I thought it was it's really cool main event. Sasha, Bianca, two sisters in the ring. I was like, and plus, shout out to Pap. Pap had like an extra one, so I was like, oh, give me that shirt, man.
Okay,
that one's gonna age really well too. Like I think if you could wear that like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it'll look even cooler.
Oh, because Michael Cole said it with his chest. 2 black women in the main event of WrestleMania. I was like, Michael Cole for the culture. 2 black women. Look over there.
What's the next?
All right.
There they go.
What's the
we go on. So we now have the GOAT male, GOAT male, John Cena versus Ric Flair. So obviously I'm going to have Evan go first.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me be clear. Let me be very clear when I say that Ric Flair to me probably is the greatest of all time. I can spend this whole tournament talking about why he's the best. He transcends the sport, man. You know you the GOAT when you can survive a plane crash, man, and wrestle 30 more years. You know what I mean? It is something to be said about that. That's such a level of greatness we're not accustomed to. So let me preface my statement by saying Ric Flair is probably the greatest of all time. The reason why I put John Cena is because to me, the reason why I put John Cena is to be over as a babyface primarily for your career is a very, very hard thing to do. Because everybody wants to go heel. Everyone can go heel. Heels usually get the title, so they're the ones that are chased, yada, 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 so on and so forth. To be on top that long for that many people, see so many people come and go, get better each match, and hold things together when everyone said WWE fall apart after the Attitude Era. And here comes old John Cena just trotting along, old bodybuilder guy, and putting on match after match after match, dealing with every single fan from the You Sucks to You Can't Wrestles. And everyone likes to casually gloss over the fact that they just stopped saying that one day. See, like, all these fans out here used to always chant "You can't wrestle," then all of a sudden they just stopped chanting it. It was just Cena sucks. I go, what happened to that "You can't wrestle"? Oh, that's right. He started to be able to do a little collar and elbow. And you started watching these matches with other wrestlers, and you started being like, wait a minute, we can't say that because we would be fraudulent. So John Cena is great just because of the era that he was able to hold together. The modern day Hulk Hogan, I would say, for a couple of reasons. And when he went I got a little treat when he went heel a little bit at that WrestleMania I was at. Last when I literally lost my voice, spontaneously combusted. I only re-up this right here is like this is like the spirit of Evan Mack because I died that night. So I say John Cena. So
comes work every week. What
say you, Jack?
Oh, fun fact a lot of people may not know is after that plane crash with Ric Flair, he actually walked out of that plane crash absolutely fine and then face planted just a few feet in front of it. Just flopped down in front of it.
That was a Ric Flair.
He did the ring spot, the ring quarter spot.
Yeah. He's the Terminator, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, so Ric Flair, John Cena, two guys you can easily make the case for being the GOAT. And the truth is, two guys who, if you said they were the GOAT, I'd probably just say that's fair. But this is the Everything Tournament. We don't get to agree here. So as far as the GOAT goes, I say without question, Rick, by God, Flair. Cena was the top guy of a generation, but Flair was the top guy for generations. He didn't just do it in WWE. He did it in the territory days. He did it in the NWA, the WCW, WWF, WWE. He even turned some heads in TNA. He was a big deal in the 70s, and he still has Metro Boomin and Offset making songs about him. Facts. Joe Rogan quoting his promos decades later. The length of his run, the variety of his run, and the accolades achieved make him the GOAT to me, hands down. The point about Joe Rogan, I just say a lot of different people from a lot of different pop culture still supporting him, even though his heyday was decades ago.
John, you told
Where's that shirt? Where does that
How does it feel, Evan? Someone tells you to.
I know. Now I know it. Kind of gave me like a little goosebumps, man. Damn. I'm gonna start using that a little more sporadically, man.
They figured me out.
I'm like, ooh, that kind of hit me wrong. That hurts my feelings. Flobo, what say you, brother?
I mean, for one, the answer's fair. The answer's fair. It is, I actually was looking for the Dame 7 Flair. I'm not even a sneakerhead like that. I was like, maybe I can fit a 13 in those, you know. But here's the thing I want to say though. 13.
Oh, I got a free pair. I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
Oh, what?
Not joking.
Oh, it's my birthday month. What? Okay, so
that's weird. Season. I didn't know we had the same size shoe. I'm not even trying to be funny, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, you totally get a pair of shoes.
That's so crazy, right?
Yeah,
which one were you looking at?
The white and gold. You got those?
I got you.
Oh snap! Yo, I agree with you. No, but before I got free stuff, I was going to say this. I like Cena. I was pretty much like, because there's not many people I hate in wrestling. I appreciated Cena back then, but like I only started understanding him being the GOAT competition, hanging with you. I feel like that's one of the greatest contributions that you would have, because I would sit there and be like, "Yo, man, Randy Orton's been around forever. Like, who's his biggest rival? Cena. On my all-time favorite wrestler list is Sheamus, but who made Sheamus? Cena. And he did it for 15 years in jean shorts, always being the same character. I mean, yeah, he rapped a little Chain Gang, a little C Nation thing, but it wasn't like he wore a cloak, or it wasn't like he started wearing face paint all of a sudden. Like, he was himself over time. So like, even though I think it's Flair still, it's not as far away as I would have thought had I not sat there like you and broke it down with you. So
Flair's a movement, you know what I mean? It's a thing, man. And of course it's his persona. He wouldn't be getting songs with Offset, Metro Boomin if it wasn't that. But you know, brothers gravitate to that kind of style, man. You know, a guy that talks about getting a lot of women and being in flashy cars. That's like the brothers like handbook, man. You know what I mean? Like, he talking about chains and women and cars. That's my guy. You know what I mean?
Jean shorts though.
so no, seriously. And on the flip side, brothers are like, man, Gene showed, man, that kind of whack though. You know what I'm saying? That kind of no. Ric Flair's swag, man, his persona. That's him. And the thing is, they said that wasn't a game to him. You know what I mean? That was facts, man. That was real talk, man. Plus, at the end of the day, the dirtiest player in the game, and the things he would do when he would. I'm serious. The things that he do when he call over the ref, and the ref will let him in. The robes, the entrance. Ric Flair is cold, man. He is, man. And listen, so I don't give a damn where this one goes, but I know if he gets through, he's gonna be a tough out.
I will say this is interesting in John Cena's defense too. I again, like a lot of people, I think Ric Flair is the guy. I think John Cena is still up there. And I believe that as time goes on and his time in the ring gets further into the rear view, he'll actually move up these lists. Because I think sometimes we have this almost an anti-recency bias where we're like, oh, he's still here. He's still new. I don't appreciate him. But once he gets further in the rear view and he gets into more of that legend status, we'll start to appreciate him a lot more. And I think a lot of people are going to start moving him up their proverbial top 10 lists.
And that's what I think is going to happen to LeBron when they see how much no one's going to care that much about basketball for a few years, even though my up and I would try to pick an up and comer before my favorite player leaves. And a couple of years ago, I was like, I think this Luka Doncic kid, he might be kind of good. You know, man, here we are. You know, he's not too shabby. So like, he's my new guy. Yeah, you know, he's my new guy. But what I'm trying to say is, as the years go by and there's no LeBron, people are going to be like, oh, okay. Yeah. So being in the finals 10 times. Okay. Now, all right. Who do we wait? So it's going to, just like you said, Jack, I think a few years are going to pass, and then he's going to be in that rarefied air, and it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 moving forward. Yeah. But you're right, man. I think John Cena's even little break here, making people like, damn, he does make it a little more fun, man. We don't have any cool, let's go Cena sucks chance. That's kind of fun. People, I've started realizing they just doing it just to do it. I used to just watch people be like, I said, do you even think he sucks?
Yo, seriously, that's why when Kurt Angle comes out, I cringe. I don't sing the song that "You Suck" thing. Another reason why I hate Edge, because Kurt Angle was dope, but the whole "You Suck" to me just kills the vibe when he comes out. Because he is because that boy.
I think they do the "You Suck" thing for Kurt Angle though endearingly.
Yeah, it turned into it.
Yeah,
exactly. It was not meant to be endearing. They like to. I said fans love to claim things. Like, you guys did not mean, just like you guys like to act like y'all were all down with the women wrestlers. Liars. Y'all are liars. There's only a few of us that were like, yo, these women can go. But a lot of guys now try to claim like they was always, yo, I'm down for the lady wrestling. Y'all liars.
My first SummerSlam, Evan was
and that's not that long ago. That's not that long ago.
It was 2013. It was my first SummerSlam.
That's 8 years.
That was LA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he was like, look at everybody walking out during the bathroom break-in. And I was like,
look, baby. I said, look. That was just
savage.
That was 8 years ago. That was 8 years ago. I go, babe, look what these dudes are doing. Now everyone's like, yo, we support. Yo, I go, no, y'all don't want to be on the wrong side of history. That's what's going on right now.
Everyone knows you bathroom break is the second match. The weakest match is always second in the card. you go to the main event. That's how it works.
Charlene, Mount Rushmore is tough, man. Mount Rushmore only has 4, if I'm not mistaken. So people usually think I'm a top 5 guy. Mount Rushmore always does 4, because that's who's on the Mount Rushmore. But I call Randy Orton top 5 for a reason. I think he's top 5. This dude's cold, man. Him Flair, Cena. I love Macho Man. Austin. The Rock is the Rock is a movement too, man. Some of these people that are movements, I can't even put them on Rushmore. It's just I think they're like separate entities. You know what I mean? Like the Rock is like a movement, man. This dude is he's like you wish you were him though. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Like, I don't wish I was Orton, but I wish I was Dwayne when he was before he got famous. Hollywood wise, when he used to walk in the ring with them silk shirts on with the gold chain, I was like, that brown skinned dude is me.
Mm-hmm. All we had was Aladdin and the Rock.
He's a movement. Yeah, bro, he's a movement, bro.
Aladdin and the Rock.
So listen, Johnny, it's RK Bro until that RKO hits him, and it's gonna be a wrap.
Storm and Pocahontas. Those are my jams.
Yo, baby, who's winning this?
I mean, there were some votes for John Cena. But I mean, Ric Flair is overwhelming.
That's like I said, that speaking of people that are a movement, he's a movement.
Okay, so next This is why we're breaking it up, y'all, because it's a passionate,
this
cast here.
one's going
and passionate viewers about the product. So it's going to take a while to get through this stuff. Okay, so next is best big free agent signing. So that would be AJ Styles versus Eddie Guerrero. So Flobo, you start. AJ Styles versus Eddie Guerrero.
God rest his beautiful, beautiful soul.
Absolutely, and I won't use that for my defense. But I'm going to say this though: like when they both debuted, they were both game changing for different reasons. Obviously, AJ Styles, no one thought he would be signed at all. He was a Royal Rumble entrant. They got the camera angles wrong. We're not talking about that. It was dope. The song is one of my favorites. I still play it when I'm working out. AJ Styles is. I like the fact he was able to come into the WWE system and make that work for him. Not people can do that. But I remember that SmackDown, and that's important because SmackDown was on regular TV because my broke ass didn't have cable. And there was rumors that 4 WCW guys were coming over. This is like back when the dirt sheets loaded in a day and a half. My compact Presario, you know what I'm saying?
Out of the compact.
Yes, the compact, man. Yo, hold it down for the hood, bro. But there are other guys in that group we don't talk about right now. But when Eddie Guerrero showed up, for someone who had minimal WCW exposure, I watched worldwide, as I tell Jack, not much Nitro, not much Thunder. I didn't have cable, but seeing Eddie Guerrero basically blow out his elbow this first night with a frog splash from out of nowhere, I was like, this guy's putting his body on the line on an invasion angle, first day on the job. Dude, that Latino Heat, Mamacita, the low riders, the champion on SmackDown, like he grew and did a whole brand and represented so many people. I gotta get Eddie Guerrero, man.
Man, that's a strong argument, man. And that dude is something special, man. Not could he go pillar to post, collar and elbow. In all seriousness, one of the best wrestlers to ever do it. Honestly, whilst representing his culture though, in the way he wanted to represent his culture. Yeah, man, that's tough, man. The reason why I said AJ Styles is AJ Styles completely caught me off guard. AJ Styles, and I kid you not, there's like 2 Michael Cole calls that I think are the greatest calls almost ever. Seriously, I think Michael Cole's call when Mark Henry beat Randy Orton is the top 5 greatest call in history of wrestling ever. If I ever met him, I'd tell him, I go, the way I get goosebumps just talking about that, I get almost cry when I hear it. It's so the greatest top 5 greatest call in the history is Michael Cole when Mark Henry blocks the RKO, hits him with the World's Strongest Slam. He goes World's Strongest Slam. He goes Mark Henry is world champion. When he says that call, and then when AJ Styles comes out in that Royal Rumble, man, and that theme song hits. And I said, why is the crowd losing their mind? I know a little bit about this cat.
Right.
And after that, he proceeded to have some of the greatest matches every single time. And he made a reputation of my favorite John Cena in some of the greatest matches I've had. John Cena's greatest matches of his career against AJ Styles. My favorite John Cena match is 2007, Shawn Michaels in London. When it was Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, I think it was 2007. I think it was 14 years ago. He had the best match of his career against Shawn Michaels in jolly old England. That was my favorite. That's my favorite John Cena match. But John Cena's greatest matches on pay-per-view are with AJ Styles, man. And AJ Styles is a huge part of that. And that debut and that signing by him and the way he moved the needle and changed the game, that's my favorite free agent signing of all time. Jack Farmer, what say you? Vesper of Evil.
Could you have imagined if we had gotten to see these guys go at it?
Oh my God, man.
They would have destroyed the earth. But I think
Super Saiyans.
We have to do when we break down 2 different signings like this that are so good and so big is you have to think about what we're exactly arguing. And that is the biggest signing. So when I think of that, I don't think of what they did afterwards. I think about what the signing was. And the truth is, Eddie Guerrero coming over from WCW, he was kind of in the mid-card. He wasn't that world title guy yet. I mean, he had all the talent in the world, but as a big signing, he also came over with a group of people. So it wasn't as big of an issue where at the time when AJ came in, now I was a big fan of his time in TNA. I knew he was amazing. I know he was big in Japan. I didn't watch as much of his stuff in Japan, but he was their top guy over in Japan. He ran their big stable over in Japan. And when he came out, again, that surprise in such a big way at the Royal Rumble, I think if you're looking at just the signing aspect and you don't get into the minutia of how good they are in the ring. Because once you get into those nitty gritty details, you're stuck. But when you look at just who was the bigger signing in the moment, I think AJ Styles represented a much bigger signing than Eddie Guerrero did at the time.
Yeah, because he had a huge. I'm sorry, Flo, but he had a much huger following than I even knew he had. AJ, I was like, okay, because that crowd popped.
Yeah, he had. I mean, one of the reasons I watched TNA was AJ Styles. Anyone who watched TNA during those days, I mean, it was the classic. They had talent. They had a lot of talent there, and you went to see them over anything else. Now, eventually, WWE basically got all of them, but AJ Styles has just been gifted forever. Also, I'll admit it. I'm a WCW guy. I was a little bummed that they lost Eddie Guerrero.
Well, that was my point. That was my point. AJ Styles was a free agent at the time. Even if you didn't think he was going to go to Stanford, it was a free agent. Like, this was when WCW was the premier wrestling promotion, and they went the other way. Like, Jericho was around, but they went the other way as a pack. To me, that was like, is this the turn the tide? Do they work here? Like, I don't know. I think the signing.
I know what you're saying. No, these are both. This is a good argument, man.
But we'll see what the chat says, because we can argue this all day.
Yeah. What's it looking like? I'm seeing both. I've seen both, baby.
But got that farmer strength. That Jack farmer strength.
That farmer strength. So not much at all.
Sharecropper.
Not much strength at all.
Ow.
Hold on, I'm still counting because it's close. It's close.
Ooh, that's a good one.
If only Dylan voted.
Eric Clark, I see you, baby.
Eric Clark, since day one. Yeah, I remember seeing him in WCW before the dying days as part of Air Raid, the tag team.
That was Air Paris.
He teamed with Air Paris, and I remember even then I was like, that guy's really good. And I can't call him all very early, but that one, AJ Styles, I remember seeing that guy's really good.
Oh, this AJ Styles, Eddie Guerrero, Vesper of like biggest free agent signing in WWE, Eddie Guerrero or AJ Styles. I know what you mean though, Jack, but that's the thing. Even from AJ Styles' mouth, he said he wasn't ready. He goes, when he didn't get to go to WWE, he said when they said say no thanks, he was like, he said that's the best thing ever happened to him, because that's when he started doing that and took his pilgrimage over to across the world, you know what I mean? And he got better and he came back a better athlete and one of the best that they can ever do it. Oh, that's so 2 votes for Dylan Matthews. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge.
No, I know. I did count it. I'm gonna need actually Vesper to vote because it's tied.
Ooh. And I in no way mean to imply that I saw AJ in WCW and thought this is the future of
but if you know, you know.
WWE,
if you say somebody's talented, you know.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this guy, he's got something. I'm wrong many times, but that time is what I'm gonna hang my hat on.
I said Riddle had something. So far, so good. We got to see his threshold. But I said he got something. Get
ready to fly.
Wow.
Vesper.
Come on, Vesper. Stop being coy. I sent her a message on Instagram. I said, where you at, Lanky?
I saw his photos, man.
She's stuck at the stoplight.
She's that one stoplight in all of Canada.
Yeah, how'd you say something was lanky respectfully? Hey, girl, you lanky as hell.
I've always assumed that Vesper can know. She knows my tone because she hears my voice. I think she knows. I'm just a dummy. Most people wouldn't. She strikes me as someone with thicker skin, so
she gonna stab you though. I mean, she
that's right.
About her, but she gonna stab you.
That's neither here nor there. We can talk. You just talk me up at my eulogy though, Flowbeto.com. I just need you to be in that pulpit, baby.
It's like, please don't kill me either. I was actually innocent.
Evan wasn't. He was a boastful man, and it cost him his life. But he was a nice guy, man.
If Vesper kills you, I'm just gonna be like, I never liked Evan anyway.
Wow. The dirtiest player in the game, Jack Farmer.
Listen, Manja gonna be at the end over my casket like, lucky you didn't see me. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Hold on, you
already dead. Ain't this a bitch?
I said, Manja, I'm dead, man. Come on, man. That's my pack. Oh yes, that's still Flowbeto.com has a veto. Real Jack Farmer has a veto. Dylan Matthews votes count as 2 votes. Super vote invoked for the first time ever. It is shaking things up.
I'm just waiting. Well, I know in Crazy Game said he forgot to vote, so I just gave him. So who knows? It might get tied again. but we shall see.
Don't
Oh.
Get ready to fly.
I am, we are, or whatever the song is. We I be.
Monch and I versus Evan and David. Book it.
Oh my God.
It's like a tag team match. Play.
Wait a minute. I got the Samoan. Oh, I'm good. We move. Flair,
David,
Flair won in a
it was
landslide.
Flair.
He won in a landslide, David.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nature boy. Nature boy.
I mean,
Oh, let's move on. Move on to me. She'll get it. Just move on to the next.
So who won that one? AJ?
Wait.
Oh, there we go. Boom. There it is.
Yeah. More AJ.
Wow. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one.
Alrighty.
Look at Farmer's ring.
They don't want none.
Ain't nobody breaking.
Oh, look, here goes another pun for you, Flobo. Here's another pun for you.
Oh, stop. Will you stop with that? Yo, I'm going to the River Thames now.
Yes!
That
That was a handicap match, baby.
shotgun.
That's the next one. Finally.
All right. We've got best catchphrase.
Oh my God.
So I'm not gonna do them right. So if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. And then oh hell yeah.
Okay. So guys, I need y'all to vote on this. Flobo, what say you, brother?
It should be Do You Smell the Rockets Cooking? But
That's spicy.
I would say, man, when I was a kid, DX, say preteen. When I was a preteen, DX was big. Everyone, the cool kids had DX shirts.
A question.
Yeah, that is what?
Oh yeah. So I do. If you guys can look, I used to work on the post-production team for New Girl season 3.
Oh goodness.
So they gave all the editors and sound designers glasses. This is actually from Fox Broadcasting. But yeah,
adorable.
who's that girl? It's Jess. Right.
Continue.
But I remember the kids with the DX shirts, the cool kids with them.
Yeah.
My parents would never do it because they were too strict, saying, "Yo, suck it, grandma," like suck it, teachers, and all that. It was all great.
Oh my God, everybody got in trouble.
But what's funny about that is when I say the phrase "oh hell yeah," it's always from a wrestling thing, and it's cool when fans get it, and when people don't get it, you're not out of place. You can't be like "suck it" at the DMV, but you can be like "oh hell yeah," and it's almost like Stone Cold, like "oh
I
yeah."
get you.
So it's a little bit like a code switch. So I'm going with that one, man. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I went for if you're not down with that, I got 2 or 40 because when we used to do it in school, the teachers didn't know what we were doing. Because they didn't watch the product, and I just pictured because one day it all came to a crashing halt, and you got detention or ISS. So I always envisioned some teacher like watched Raw mistakenly one day. They were like probably they're probably on a different. They were probably watching USA, and they were probably on something else, and they were like, wait, what? And then they came and they were like, wait a minute, oh no, wait a minute. No. So I always laughed because everyone was just like.
Down where?
Like I'm talking about guys, girls, everyone would do that joint, man. So I always think it's great because even now, trust me, you of course if he asks for can I get a hell yeah, of course you're gonna give him oh hell yeah. There's no way you won't. But same thing if Triple H says if you're not down with that. We got 2 words for you, you know what I mean? It will be a crowd in full throat saying suck it, you know. So I think these are 2 great ones because I
crowd
think
full throat, my dude.
Full throat, baby. Go.
Full throat, suck it.
Savage.
Family show. We had a
Jack, what say you, brother?
So I gotta ask, are we including the suck it part? Because in the notes it just says if you're not down with that, I got 2 words.
I just didn't want to type suck it. I think we know.
Okay, well, if it's suck it, then as good as oh hell yeah is, as timeless and as great as that is,
it's timeless.
You gotta go suck it. I mean, the full throat. Because I mean, it's not just even the words, it's the taunt, it's the body language. You can still do it today and people get what you're saying. And anytime like I got 2 words for you, you don't even have to say it.
You don't have
people
to say
know what you're saying. I've got 2 words for you. Everyone
like thank you.
It's basically like I use telepathy to just put it in your brain by saying I've got 2 words for you, and it goes right into your brain whether you like it or not.
This is a sucker bump. This was not on the bar. This is not on the bracket. This is a sucker bump. The implication.
So I gotta go. We've got 2 words for you. I gotta go with the motion. I gotta go with DX on this one.
Who's winning this? Yeah?
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the.
It's Suck It and Runaway, which sounds gross to say.
Yeah,
but...
yeah. I think it is, but
Suck It and Runaway.
Yeah.
Just,
there's a few oh hell yeahs out there
because it's so cool. Because it's so great. It's so great. Because that's one of those things where like that's another rite of passage. If Austin came up to you and was like, "Yo, can I get a hell yeah?" Like that's what's so great about him. Like you've seen stories like parents will let their kids say it. If he asked them, they like it's one of those things where you got to do that. It's a rite of passage. You know what I mean?
I would say that true, but I think that's almost I feel like that's so Stone Cold's thing that you're saying where suck it. Anyone could say it.
Universal, baby.
I mean, yes, it is Universal.
You're right. Like on a serious note. Before Mr. Glass, what was it?
Is that you?
No, before Mr. Glass, I call him Mr. Glass, Joel Embiid. He literally is the movie that he's Samuel L. Jackson's character, but like in the future. That's Joel Embiid. It's him in the wheelchair and Unbreakable. It's Joel Embiid.
That's cool.
So like I call
yeah.
So that's Mr. Glass. He literally when he got the and one, he did the suck it right. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, they all said if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Like they tweeted at the Sixers. I'm like, that's crazy, yo.
I did see that, yeah. Mr. Glass.
That's what I call. That's
messed up.
If y'all don't know, if y'all ain't seen Unbreakable, that is Joel Embiid as an older man. He is Mr. Glass in Unbreakable. As Joel Embiid, it's a future movie, the time warp. Mr. Glass. I call him the chocolate Humpty Dumpty. That's what I call him. That's what I call him. And all the King's horses and all the King's men cannot put Joel Embiid back together again. Lord have mercy. Boy, I feel if the gust of wind hits that brother the wrong way. Good Lord. Which one did Suck It win?
Yes.
Suck It won. All right, let's see if we can get 2 more in. Here.
Also, Monj asked Flobo a question.
Oh, because Monj already got my pick. So what you got?
Damn, man! I got
France. I got France.
France is a hard out. That's just a hard out. Like
Belgium's going to be stout. Germany.
Belgium's a safe choice though.
Yeah, they're sneaky-ish, but they're still young. Germany, if they got their act together, they're always going to be a tough out. But
Belgium's my sentimental favorite, but I'm going to go with France too, man.
Yeah, France is going to be a problem.
I'm going France because that's what you guys said.
Jack.
My dream is for England to win. I would kill for England to win that. Oh my God,
3 Lions.
Oh. Love that. I love Harry Kane, baby. Come on now.
Well,
all right.
No, I picked France, Utah. What's the next one?
Okay, so best audience chant.
Oh, this is good.
This is awesome. Clap, 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 clap. And woo! So
this is after a chop too. This is woo after a chop.
So it's technically
woo.
Jack, start.
Yeah, what's the best chant, guys? What could you not live without?
So this is awesome is always fun. It means things are going well. You gotta love it. The problem is the audience gets it wrong sometimes.
Yes, they
throw those "this is awesome" chants willy-nilly out before they are earned. And look, I mean, they're always earning it in the ring. That I don't mean to cut anyone down, but I'm just saying sometimes they'd like to throw "this is awesome" out just for the sake of saying this is awesome. The thing about the woo with the chop is it only works if a chop has actually happened. It's a call and response. It's not just the audience doing whatever it wants. It's what the wrestler is saying. Look, I do the chop. Now you give me the woo. I do the chop. You give me the woo. It's call and response. It's more interactive, and you can't say woo unless it is actually the right time to say woo, unlike "this is awesome."
I would like to have you been to like a convention live event where only one person has to do it, and then it starts.
It does. Like this is awesome. Is like the wave, man. Once it gets started, you can start a "this is awesome" by yourself, And it's it's just goes. But I will say what you're saying, Jake. You have a good point. But let's be honest. Sometimes these chops don't hit as hard, and they still get wooed, man. And sometimes they don't deserve a
chop purist.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Sometimes you hear a little chop, and it's like a little, and they're like, woo! I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, their flesh is opened up and beat red. Not enough.
No. I'm like,
Max, like, I was watching this. Max, like, I was watching a Walter match, and they just weren't chopping each other the way they're supposed to.
Like Walter chops you so hard, like they don't woo. You're like, ooh. Yeah, you don't woo when Walter chops you. It's like you feel sorry for the guy.
Yeah. You feel bad that you were looking forward to the match. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was gonna be like this, guys.
Walter chops through your body. I know what you're saying. This is awesome. Yeah, you're right. It's overused. I think Dylan said that, but it is because now I think some of these young whippersnappers out here, they just keep wanting to say this is awesome. If all I gotta do is do a little springboard on the outside of the ring and hit somebody in the head, and they're like, this is awesome. I'm like, wait a minute. Back in my day, you had to have 20 minutes of just pure gold, and then they had to be laid out. They had to be laid out in the ring. They had to be both laid out in the ring with the ref, and they all be breathing hard. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, this is awesome!" You know what I mean? You had to earn your "this is awesome." What's going on nowadays, Slow-Mo?
I just imagine old man Evan Mack, man. You chance just enjoy the show too much. I tell you.
Yeah,
it's too fun.
Fight Forever is this generation's This Is Awesome. Like, Fight Forever is what This Is Awesome used to be.
Yeah, or This Is Wrestling if you're an indie show person. But I'll tell you what, here's a little story that has nothing to do with wrestling, but it was on tie back together. I had a wedding on Tuesday.
Shut up, Johnny Utah. Go ahead.
Yeah, back to mindset. I had a wedding on Tuesday, and I was stressing out about it for weeks. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. This is their wedding day. I don't want to mess it up. And I got there super early, set up all the gear, did the whole picture things, everything. All right, got changed, put on the suit, put on the tie. I look in the mirror, and I'm going, Lobita, woo! You got this, baby! And I went out and did my thing. I can woo by myself, and everyone gets it. I can't This Is Awesome by my lonesome. That is weird, bro.
Are you gonna add all the claps? It's long.
It's woo, daddy.
Listen, it's hard to argue. You're right. It's you have to get a response to the chop. There's a response, and it's automatic. It literally, no matter what show, if you chop somebody, you will get a woo. You will get a pocket of people wooing. Yes, you will. And great Nature Boy Ric Flair is another reason why he transcends sports entertainment. That's because of him.
You can woo the merch line. You can start a woo chant that goes back and forth.
One thing I will say, the reason why like I said, it's hard for me to put Ric Flair. He's like, I don't put him on, he's a movement. I don't put him in Mount Rushmore. I put him like above Mount Rushmore. There's like people that, you know what I mean? It's like the Eternals. There's a few wrestlers to me that are above the rest of the game, you know, and they're just sitting there, like, you know, they're like the Immortals. They're like the Elder Gods in Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? And everyone else is just in the tournament. So like Ric Flair is like an Elder God, but I will say this: every single event I've ever been to, very lucky enough to go to, whenever that was, my own dime, of course. But like the chant that gets going on for no reason is woo. No reason. Like while people are waiting in line, while people are sitting down before the show starts, there's just people just go woo just to kill the time. They just go woo, and it just catches on. It just catches on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's hard to argue woo. I'm pretty sure woo is
and two winning. Sweet brothers, random strangers on the merch line.
Yeah. With me. But and that's another thing about WWE, man. Mercer, what's good? First time, appreciate you, Mercer. Shamika, appreciate you. Hang in for a little bit. We're talking WWE. Awesome. We're debating the greatest thing in all of WWE. We will crown one winner. Hang in there for a little bit because the next one's gonna be even crazier than this one because I think this one's decided.
So yes, woo goes through. Woo.
The woo goes through.
The woo goes through.
Monch.
We were there at Beach Ball Mania, and it was running
wild. It was amazing.
Monch, as God is my witness, I almost didn't get the tickets for that.
It was during the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah, no, that's when it started. But the Raw, we weren't gonna get tickets. Let me get tickets. We went there. The best part about Beach Ball Mania is every time they took a beach ball, someone had another beach ball.
Like, where did they come
from? It was like 50,000 of them. We were like, it was like a magic trick. Like they were like the security guard would take it and be like, boo. And then all of a sudden, like, poof. Like, yeah. I'm like,
they just kept hearing it. And then like you could tell like some of the security guards were getting so pissed that they make a really loud pop and like the crowd was like, boo. And then somebody else would be like, yeah.
Like 5, 4, 3, 2, like, boop, boop, boop. I was like, where did he come from?
Stuff, like, it was the best thing ever. I was like, I don't even like. And you can tell like some of the wrestlers were getting pissed, but like,
I'm gonna go out.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, Johnny Utah. I think one of the Ric Flairs will fall, but that's just me going out on a limb because there's a lot to get to, and it's a tall order, man. I'm telling you, man. I knew that was you, David.
Each of his kids just brought one beach ball.
Beach ball mania was, and the best part about the beach ball is you can just deflate them so easily, put them in your pocket.
Yeah,
like that's so easy because they're like this big, and people just go. It's like, I was like,
there's still time.
They're not looking. They're not looking.
Yo, what's the next? I think we can do one more.
Yeah. So now it is the entrance music with words.
Oh, I'm passionate about this.
No chance in hell. No chance.
I Walk
No
Alone.
Chance is a good one.
I Walk Alone, Batista versus Enter Sandman. Enter Sandman. Who wants to take it?
Let me tell you. Go ahead, Flowbeetle.com.
Man, look, man, I gotta be honest with you. I was a kid in high school that was not the most popular child, and so I Walk Alone was in my heavy rotation because I felt I walked.
It's also a slapper too.
It's also a slapper. It's Godsmack, right? Godsmack or Saliva?
No,
Godsmack.
it's Saliva.
It was Saliva. I like Saliva. It's actually one of my favorite bands at the time. It's one of the two, but like I get it. Like when I saw that category first, I'm like, ooh, that's a hard out, man.
There's so many good ones.
There's so many good ones, and just knowing the words because I can say, oh, I liked Thugonomics, but it's like I don't really know half the words, you know. But like, but you think of like Enter Sandman, like this is like before Judas. This is like dude would come to the crowd, like this dude Sandman knocked the beer so many times to get this. He was already busted open before the match even started. People threw the beer around. It was like church. It was a whole different experience, man. One Night Stand was an amazing thing to see that in a WWE world. But if you were an ECW person, like that was a weekly occurrence, man. Enter Sandman.
Yeah. It's hard to argue that. The reason why I go Walk Alone because this song is such a banger. It's like that song is not just a theme song. It is so damn good. He's like, I walk around inside this pit of danger. That song is crazy. He said, I walk alone. And then all of a sudden, I know he's like, I'm sick of all these people talking about your ears.
Put the twang on it, brother. Put the twang on it.
That is
so cold, man.
That is such a slice of that time in music too. Just the way they did it. Yeah, the I walk alone and then pulling it back the way you said it.
It's so perfectly. It's like put like this. Both songs are perfect for the guy that it belongs to. They're both perfect for the person.
I think the entrances of Sandman and ECW are some of the best things out there. I think that. Yeah, I mean, so many people to this day, I think, are still kind of copying that. Maybe not intentionally, maybe intentionally, I don't know. But that whether it comes to the crowd, whether it's grabbing beers from the fans, whether it's interacting with them on the way out, that was such an innovative thing. But I'm gonna go I Walk Alone here for one big reason, and that is that it is specifically an entrance theme where Enter Sandman is not, and it became famous on its own beforehand before becoming a entrance theme. So I go I Walk Alone because it fits the bill just a little bit closer than Enter Sandman does.
Man, he's
damn your logic.
Man, that was good logic. He's like, I'm sick of all these people talking out the radio.
I had a huge Saliva phase, man. That's like freshman year right there.
Marge is asking Marge.
Well, Jack's gonna beat himself. And it's the first round, bro. Like,
would someone clarify for Crazy Game?
Crazy Game?
I Walk Alone belongs to Batista, and Enter Sandman belongs to Sandman.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, to me, they're both aptly put. Shout out to PG Jack.
PG Jack, am I PG?
Yeah, that's what Johnny's been. He's giving you a new moniker, man. Listen, he's edgy, Johnny Utah. We all can't be run. Listen, no, Johnny's edgy.
Suck
man.
it. Is that
Listen,
That's
Johnny.
PG.
I met Johnny inside communications class, and how we became fast friends is he made it was a speech. He made a speech, and he like mentioned how he like goes out overseas like in his Speedos all the time, and everyone took him seriously, and I's the only one that cracked up, and he's like, "Oh, you get my sense of humor," and I was like, "See, that's who we're dealing with. This is the kind of guy that goes to do a graded assignment and talks about him walking around half butt naked on the beach."
And people just did okay with it, like,
and that's how you become a groomsman in my wedding, baby.
Damn. If I knew that back then, I would have gone back.
Yeah.
He said it was a speed.
The banana hammock.
That was so many years ago. Oh my
Thank you, best friend.
Shout out to Sandman. Who's winning this one, man? Because I see a few Sandman. Oh yeah, by the way, he calls me Kwame from Captain.
Oh shit. You know, back then everybody had the same flat top.
That's what he calls me.
No,
he calls me. Yeah, he calls. That's why anytime you see hashtag Earth, he's calling me Kwame from Captain Planet.
Messed up.
So I call him Wheeler because that's the one white guy on there.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Like you sort of called me. That I said, "Yo," he goes, "Yo, Earth." I said, "Man, I swear to God." Bro.
Let our powers combine.
He's like, He's like, is this what? He's like, hurt. Yo, who's winning this? Who's winning this one?
Give me a second. Okay, took me a second, but very close, almost tied.
Oh, really?
But it would be I Walk Alone.
Oh,
the technicality.
So like that kicked a couple people. That was it. The technicality came in. Shout out to Saliva. That's a banger, boy.
Superstar too. I'm a superstar.
He said, I walk around this feet of danger.
You know, Saliva is one of those bands that actually has a number of hits that I think they're one of those bands that have a high ratio of hits that a lot of people don't know.
Because they go hard, though. They like that drowning pool, let the bodies hit the floor track.
Yeah.
All the mud, yeah.
That's the only song when you hear that drowning pool song, you want to slap somebody, man. Drowning pools let the body hit the floor. You want to fight somebody for no reason. You could have just hit the lottery and you hear that song, you're like, yo, I want to smash something.
Yeah, it's funny how sorry, cut you off.
I was gonna say, and if you told someone that's why you hit him, they go, "Oh,
you were listening to the body hit the floor." Oh, that's fine. That's absolutely.
There's just so many like rock bands I got into because of wrestling, man.
Yeah,
it was one of them. Like Saliva, Godsmack, just. All right, cool. That's the pay-per-view theme. Is this dope?
Dude, that's one of my favorite things about WWE. How they got those some of the unsung heroes, some of the people that were on the come up, some of the people because a lot of people didn't know who Poppy was, before NXT.
Yeah,
but they're learning that Poppy's becoming a movement because of her theme music. You know what I mean? And I think that's the best part. Some of the best tracks ever, man. You know what I mean? Or from that. Boot that boot thing of the week right there, Dylan Matthews. Oh, we can do. Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
You're right.
Also, who has the Raw theme right now?
Oh, his name is NF.
Oh, NF. The search.
Yeah, the search. That song's cold.
Yeah.
Mom was asking.
The search, baby.
That song doesn't get played as often as it should.
No, it doesn't get, and they don't play it enough because it is a lyrical barrage. It's in a lyric. And the real talk though.
Now you've done it.
No, seriously, y'all. Look up that NF search song and listen to what he's talking about. He's talking about mental health too. Whole song's about mental health and how he felt something was wrong with him. He literally breaks it down in a lyrical nightmare. He's cutting it now. He's cutting. Yeah, that thing he missed cold. You can't get dibs on Stacy Keibler, Johnny. You
I saw that.
You late, like 15 years late. What are you?
Stacy Keibler belongs to the world. You can't just. Yeah, he's coming. Yo, crazy game. He's working it out.
I know, man. It happens.
Damn. What's the next one?
All right, so here we go. So best non-Mania pay-per-view.
Oh my God, good one to end on too.
Yeah, SummerSlam versus Royal Rumble.
Let Flobo take this one because he loves SummerSlam.
Yeah, you know me. I'm a SummerSlam guy, but the Royal Rumble, man, is gonna be a hard out because everyone loves it. At the top of the WrestleMania season, people come out of nowhere after not watching wrestling for 7 months to watch the Royal Rumble. I get it, man. The countdowns and all that jazz. I'm a SummerSlam guy for 2 reasons. The first one is it's WrestleMania without being bogged down by history. And in the summer months, you would go to your friend's house where you had no school the next day. It was sit and watch the matches. Brock Lesnar, Undertaker basically made those pay-per-views their own. Yep. But I can tell you one thing, man. Let's call a spade a spade. How many people will actually have a chance to win that Royal Rumble? Numbers 3 through 21. You sit there going like, really? I love you, Umberto, but you ain't going to Mania, brother. That's a match that could be condensed. So I'm going to go with SummerSlam.
That's a strong point. Cause let's be real. Let's all be one all the way 100. We know why people like the Rumble, and I see people putting in Royal Rumble, putting their bids in there because it is one of shout out to the late great Pat Patterson and for inventing this bad boy. He created that, and it's really cool. It's that intrigue of who will get that main event. But let's keep it all the way a buck. Y'all know it's about 5 people. Y'all know out of the 30. There's about 5 people, and y'all know there's about 5 people. But you guys I think part of you guys like to hear whose music's gonna hit, what old school nostalgic person is gonna come out. I think you guys look forward to seeing who's gonna come out and who's gonna shock the world. I can think of when I can think of different reasons why SummerSlam is a very, very, very underrated pay-per-view. I call it Diet WrestleMania, but people don't think it is.
It's
but
like
it is. But
right.
It is though, because the matches pound for pound can match up with WrestleMania matches. They could. If you guys look at the past SummerSlam matches against who was in those matches against, you never thought you'd get Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan. You got that at SummerSlam. You got that at SummerSlam. Like, let's be real. So, like, SummerSlam is Diet WrestleMania, whilst Royal Rumble kind of you guys get caught up in the festivities. But SummerSlam gives you better matches. By far.
Remember when Punk came back after being off for a month?
People forget that stuff be happening at SummerSlam. That stuff, just like this year's SummerSlam, something's going to happen. I can't tell you what, but
Roman Reigns came back last year.
Listen, Roman Reigns came back. Like, you see what I'm saying? SummerSlam is the most overlooked, damn near most disrespected of the big 4 out of all of them. And y'all know it. Y'all know it is. Because I'm telling you, this year, SummerSlam going to be crazy because it's going to have a crowd. And it's going to be in down south. It's going to be damn near sold out. Like, so what say you, Jack Farmer?
I mean, SummerSlam is amazing. Obviously, I'll be honest, I can see the way the votes are going in the chat, it looks like. So I'm going to give some quick love to SummerSlam. You guys are right. Something about it being in the summer that makes it, as a kid, it's summer break, to Flobo's point. It feels like it's a great time. So much great stuff happens. But I am through and through a Royal Rumble guy. In fact, I like Royal Rumble possibly even more than WrestleMania. Why? Because it has the feeling of, well, Crown Jewel that's a different
Legends ride.
But
that's not gonna be fired up in here.
Look, the thing about Royal Rumble is you guys are right. We know it's about 5 people that are going to possibly get the win there, but there's something about the idea that anything can happen. Anyone can win. You don't know what's going to happen next, who's going to come out. There's anticipation. There's excitement. It's
about the anticipation.
So much is going on. And again, that's one of those days where that guy that you've been rooting for, that's been trying to become the Intercontinental Champion for 3 years, he comes out. And even though he's not going to win it, you still think to yourself, maybe this is his chance. And it becomes fun to see. It's just a massive spectacle. And it's possibly, like I said, my favorite night of the year in pro wrestling. Plus, it starts off the road to WrestleMania, which means it's kind of like wild card weekend in the NFL. It means this is the start of the big show. I love Royal Rumble. I got to go with that one.
It's hard to argue with what you're saying, man, because I get all the points you made are valid, but I'm telling you, y'all be sleeping on that SummerSlam. Just like Dylan Matthews said, Vince versus Stephanie happened at SummerSlam. SummerSlam getting mad.
At SummerSlam.
Yes, and Heidi's think about that. Heidi's first pay-per-view ever, first wrestling experience ever truly live was SummerSlam. Orton cashing in on Daniel Bryan, Triple H with the assist. Heidi lost her mind, yo.
There was a string of SummerSlam, I'm talking like 15 or 14 through 18, where Lesnar would come back for that event. Like, you thought Lesnar was a part-timer. You saw him at SummerSlam. Like, that was a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, call it Diet Mania, but pound for pound, their matches, man. I'm telling you, man, you could put them against any pay-per-view.
The Highway to Hell is my favorite SummerSlam. It's the build up to that. That track, the Highway to Hell. I'll never forget the Raw building up to it, where the Undertaker was in the ambulance and they put Stone Cold in it, and he looks back and he shuts the door and they drive off with Stone Cold. That to me was just one of my favorite summers of pro wrestling, and that was the kicker to that year. And I was a WCW guy, which again says a whole lot, because I was like, that is awesome. I am so on board with that show. I love SummerSlam. Like I said, Royal Rumble to me, possibly my favorite thing.
We're talking the rematch of Brock Taker. We're talking about the TLC 1.
Look at this. Look what Keller. Look at. Listen, Heller Bland. Look at that, man.
Punk Lesnar was great too. We're talking about big man jumping on the Titantron.
Look at this.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many hits at SummerSlam, but I get it. You know, you think of Royal Rumble was a cool match, but really, there's only 2 or 3 Rumbles we look back and go, "Oh yeah."
I think we know why, Johnny Utah. Shut the hell up,
man. Whatever.
We kind of in a global pandemic, but that's neither that's a mere bag of shells, apparently.
Yeah, man, that's what's going on. Yeah. Is that a thing now?
I mean, most people didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yo, so what's we got? Do we have another one? Because there's like 50,000 people watching. Hold on. What's
yeah, I mean, no. So Royal Rumble is moving through.
Damn, that was a landslide victory.
It was a landslide. I mean, SummerSlam is great, but I mean,
I'm out.
The number, man, it's just people love that Royal
Global
Rumble.
would have been if he'd have been a savage. He'd be like veto.
I know
Flobo.
Flobo's. Yeah, he's got an itchy trigger finger on that veto.
You lucky this is the first day. If it was the second day of the round one, I'm like,
it's over. It's over. Y'all gonna rue the day y'all got rid of SummerSlam. I'm telling y'all gonna rue the day, boy.
I'm telling I love Royal Rumble too, but now we got 2 Rumbles in the same night. I'm tired. I'm like, what?
Hey, you know what? There's a part of me that wants to agree with you, but ever since they've done it, they've crushed both of them every time.
I love them. And I love the ladies Royal Rumble too. I'm all about that.
Just give me the ladies Royal Rumble.
Yeah, give me that.
All right, so now we have the best Money in the Bank cash-in. Speaking of those, so Dolph Ziggler the day after Mania 29 versus Edge's cash-in.
Let me tell you a New Year's resolution against the great John Cena. I think it's when Vince handed him the Money in the Bank. Am I wrong, or did he just power down there? Did he power down there, or did Vince hand it to him? Did Vince announce it and then he powered down?
I think he just powered down there.
Okay,
after the Elimination Chamber.
Okay, look, guys, let me tell you something. That's one of the greatest cash-ins of all time. Let me tell you something like this, man. The Dolph Ziggler cash-in is the greatest cash-in in Money Bank history for many reasons. I've been to a few events. I wasn't going to go to that Monday Night Raw, but he didn't cash in. I was like, yeah, he probably ain't go cash in, but I got to pick up this Raw, and I found a ticket on the low. I was in the rafters, man. As God is my witness, at every crowd I've ever been to in my entire life, the loudest crowd I've ever heard in my entire life. Not when Ziggler won, when his music hit. When his music hit, man, when that dude cashed that Money in the Bank in on Alberto, and it was actually an amazing 5 to 6 minute match, one of the best 5 to 6 minute matches you ever see. And when he got that 1, 2, 3, that is the loudest. My voice was completely gone. The loudest I've ever heard a WWE crowd in my entire life is when Dolph Ziggler, to show off, won that Money in the Bank, cashing that Money in the Bank, won that title, and pandemonium just set in. And I always say it's the greatest cash in because of that reaction, because I think it's like we all won that title with him. It's weird. It was weird, man. And I almost didn't go, man. And I'm glad I went, man, because it was spectacular. So I got to go Dolph Ziggler with his cash in against Alberto Del Rio.
Great choice there, Evan, but I got to go Edge. I feel like that is what, if not for how good that was, I don't know how much longer they keep a Money in the Bank. That to me just set the tone for everything Money in the Bank is. It set the tone for who Edge was going forward, being just an opportunist. I don't really have a huge soliloquy to say. I just think that this was exactly what Money in the Bank was meant to be, and it was executed flawlessly. And I think since then, Money in the Bank has become possibly one of the best additions to pro wrestling.
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite new addition.
So many years since, maybe. I don't know if anything's really been a great addition since then.
I love it.
I'm glad they added the women's one. Oh, I love it.
And it's
bring it back, baby.
It's something that I didn't think. Honestly, when the idea came up, I was like, this seems silly. But then after that happened, it was like, my God, this is so good. It's so exciting. It's amazing. And I think that table was set by Edge cashing in. So I got to go Edge.
You're not wrong. Yo, shout out to Mercer. Mercer saying Edge. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks for joining us, man. K Heller Brand says Dolph for that pop alone. I'm telling you, man, that pop was crazy, man. It was in it, but it wasn't just that. It's one of the first Money in the Banks where it was kind of a match. A lot of people kind of gloss over that. Usually Money in the Bank is like finishing move 1, 2, 3, maybe 2 finishing moves 1, 2, 3. He had like a legitimate match. It was literally a build. It was a moment. There was a moment you did not think he was going to win. So I give it to him because of the story they told, the build up. Big E by his side, AJ by his side. It was a cool moment. Flobo, what say you, brother?
Yeah, I'll go with Jack here, man. I'm not the biggest fan of Edge, but to your point, and early today, I mean, Edge was made by John Cena. Like, let's be real. That Elimination Chamber is one of the hardest ones I've seen. Wearing the crimson mask and the black jean shorts, and then you have this guy coming out and beating him in Puerto Rico. It was a surreal event to see a new era shift at the expense of John Cena, and that's what it was. The next year when what's his name won the belt, the briefcase, what's his name? Kennedy, like when Kennedy had it, and I was like, well, will it be the same? And it's like, no, forget it. It was Edge again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta say that's the tone for a lot of things. John Cena again making people. Edge had his whole run. There's a whole generation of people that love Edge so much, and when he came back, it's like, I remember when you were the rated R superstar. He was rated R when he beat John Cena with that briefcase. So I go on that one.
No, it's hard. I said it's hard to argue. Like I said, it's hard to argue first, or it's hard to argue earlier in the fashion that he did it. It was really great. Yeah, we're going. I'm telling you, man, Dylan, bro. I'm telling you, man. And like you're right with Edge in the manner and the fashion he did. He got it started off on the right foot. Maybe a different cash in with a different ending. Maybe people would have been like, this is still kind of silly. But the way he did it, the manner he did it, the decisiveness he did it, and who he did it against mattered. And I'm with you on that, Vesper. There was intrigue. That's why I think the Money in the Bank's the greatest new addition in all the sports entertainment, because it's the intrigue. Mello with the briefcase, based on who she is and her character, it's intrigue. And when's she gonna cash it in? Who's she gonna cash it in on? Wait a minute. Oh, she's kind of sneaky. And like I said, briefcase to me, they're always better with heels anyway. They're always better with heels anyway, because they cheat to win. No one cares. If they hit you in the head with the briefcase and they cash in, who cares? You know what I mean? It's oh man, I'm glad they're bringing the ladies one back this year. If I'm pretty sure they're doing that, and I think it's gonna be epic to see who wins Money in the Bank this year. Epic. Epic.
Do we think that the votes and all these arguments are different if Dolph Ziggler stayed in that world title picture permanently?
Yes, I think people's mind shift different. I think he'd be in the upper echelon. People regard Edge. He's in the pantheon of the greats. He's already a Hall of Famer. I think if Ziggler wouldn't have been if he wouldn't have been reduced and got pushed back a little bit, I think you're right. If this would have took him to the upper echelon, and that run wasn't that long.
Yeah,
that run
he got hurt, didn't he?
It wasn't. Yeah, I think he did. I think he got nicked. But you're right, though. I think that's a good question, Jack. I think that would have mattered if he put it like this: if Dolph Ziggler's 10-time World Heavyweight Champion right now, and he had most of his feuds with Cena, and he had most of his feuds. You know what I mean? Like I think we are looking at things differently. Or he had a good run with CM Punk or Triple H. I think people look at Ziggler in a totally different fashion. Ziggler is still he's like that indie darling in mainstream. Yeah. It's like if you know, real, recognize real. If people are like, that's a workhorse. I think almost calling him a workhorse almost a discredit to him. That dude's a bona fide superstar, man. He is.
100%.
And I think also the thing that hurt him is everyone compares him to Shawn Michaels. And I go, he's different than Shawn Michaels. He's different. Yeah. Plus, there ain't nobody Shawn Michaels, man. He just ain't, man.
Right.
Ain't nobody Shawn, man. Shawn's a different kind of cat, man, different kind of breed. But I think all those things hurt Dolph, man. All that stuff. People being like, man, you ain't Shawn Michaels. Man, he ain't in the title picture. He never got those dope rivalries, though. Like, can you imagine Dolph Ziggler and Punk, Dolph Ziggler, Triple H, Dolph Ziggler and Shawn Michaels a couple times? Like, he'd have been in a different. He'd been rarefied air by winning titles.
Yeah, I think we'd be talking about him up there with like an AJ Styles and those
no
guys if he had that opportunity.
100%.
He's so good.
I beg to differ.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, yo, chat. Who got better hair, man? Dolph Ziggler, Shawn Michaels. Who got better hair?
In prime.
Dolph
in their prime.
Dolph has some of the best hair in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolph's he can go straight. He can go curly. He can go wet. He can go dry.
He can go big. He can go
Yeah. When Vicky cut his hair, I was like, "What are you doing?" The new and improved Dolph Ziggler.
The girls get the girls, baby. But
the girls get the girls.
Yes.
Yo, I appreciate all y'all for.
You're gonna see me with curly hair next week.
I'm like,
12 years time.
I said I appreciate y'all for joining us. Baby, can you rattle off the winners thus far, the people that have moved on thus far?
I was gonna say that we have a tie right now.
Come on!
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
The cash-ins. We have a tie. So
Hello Moto, did you vote? Did Hello Moto vote?
Wait, Yay, Dolph. Hold on, wait. Did you?
Is Helamoto just saying yay, Dolph, for sticking in there, but she's voting for Edge?
Oh, let's go! Let's go!
There it is. There it is.
Wow.
Jack got a veto.
Wow. I mean, look, I like Dolph. I'm not going to take this away from him. He earned it.
Dude.
Show off, baby. Show off with the dude.
Now David got stories about these. Now how I got the second woman to propose to me.
Yo, David, first of all, let me talk to some of these ladies, man. I'm gonna need them to stop proposing to your ass.
Yeah.
Signed, your friend Evan.
There are certain traditions that should just stay the way they are, just
like, what is happening?
You need to get on your knee, David. You and your whole Samoan squad.
No, I mean, hey, if he can't turn it off, if the girls are proposing to him, I mean,
yeah, he can't turn off the charm. He can't turn off the charm. You're right. It's his fault. It's their fault. It ain't his fault. You're right, David. I'm sorry, David. You got that swag, dripping swag, good.
Oh goodness.
Okay, yo, so guys, I appreciate y'all for joining us, man. We're starting the WWE, all WCW, ECW, everything tournament to crown the greatest thing in all the land. But can you rattle off the winners thus far?
So far, our best finisher, the Stone Cold Stunner, beat Sweet Chin Music. GOAT was Ric Flair, beat John Cena. Best big free agent signing, AJ Styles beat Eddie Guerrero. Best catchphrase, suck it in a runaway versus
suck it in a runaway.
It won.
It's like the third girl that proposed to me.
Best audience chant, the woo won. Entrance music, I Walk Alone beat Enter Sandman.
Close one.
Best non-mania, Royal Rumble in a runaway versus SummerSlam. And then the best Money in the Bank cash in, Dolph Ziggler beat Edge.
Appreciate you. Hello, Moto. Thank you. Come on back, y'all. Come on back next week, y'all. We continue this bad boy. This is very, very, very interesting. We're gonna see who wins this. I'm not sure. We got a lot in store, y'all. We got a lot to go because this one's huge, guys. This is not like our traditional. This one's like double, so we're gonna go long.
It's like big.
This is big. So before we get out of here, flowbeto.com, we can tell the people where they can find you. All things flowbeto.com. Birthday season in the building. Oh, yo, text me address after this, brother. Please.
All right, for sure, man. Flowbo Boys. I Flowbo Boys on social media. Flowbeto.com. I got like 8 different podcasts. Check me out at newamsterdam.com. That's KNEW Amsterdam.com.
Jack Farmer.
Yeah, you can check me out at Real Jack Farmer across all social media. I'm doing all sorts of shows and stuff. So do yourself a favor. Follow me on social media at Real Jack Farmer. That's the easiest way to keep up.
Yo, shout out to the new. We had Mercer in here. New, appreciate you, Mercer. We had one more new cat in there too. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all y'all, of course, because I couldn't do without y'all. Yeah, Dylan, man. You use your powers, man. With great power comes great responsibility. We going. That's I think that's a Jack or Flowbo integration. I think it's an awesome idea for each tournament. We're gonna do the super vote. One of you guys are gonna get your vote's gonna count as 2 votes. Dylan has it for this tournament right now. Flowbo still has his veto. Jack still has his veto that can upset the apple cart. For those that don't know, the veto can push anything through automatically all the way up into the last round. It should be very interesting. I don't know who the hell is going to win this, but I know y'all haters are going to rule the day. Y'all got rid of SummerSlam. Y'all going to rule the day. Big face.
That's right. Preach, brother. Preach.
Oh, you can find me everywhere. Streamerlinks.com/PinoMac or PinoMac.com. You can find me. Check it out. Follow me. Let's talk.
Yeah. Yo, Evan T Mac, Instagram and Twitter about to go see if LeBron James can sack up and win a game. So, holla at your boy. I appreciate Evan for carrying me in the pickup game. Okay, well, that's the least I can do, brother. I can't do it anymore, brother. I'm long in the tooth, baby. But I appreciate y'all for joining us, man. Next week, man. Thank you guys, Lobo. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate you guys, man. Everybody, a little piece chicken grease, a hot cone.